To say it's been a nightmarish week for Orlando is an understatement. So many surreal and tragic headlines. We have our first look at the man behind the nightclub shooting and news stories of terror and bravery and inspiration. Here's ABC's Lindsay Janis.
Chris. Oh my gosh, Chris.
Tonight, new video from inside the Orlando nightclub massacre.
So I ended up in the bathroom. The shooter just started saying, "Everybody come out, everybody's gonna die."
There's no one doing it.
Instead, Miguel Leiva says he and dozens of others hid in the stalls, huddling together. He says he made the video obtained by ABC station WPLG to send to his girlfriend.
We just stood quiet, and then everybody's phone kept ringing. And the only way we knew to like let our families know, we're okay, is just to record it and let them hear that we're trying to be quiet and send the video.
They hid for 4 hours, some of them shot and bleeding, trying to keep each other alive. Leiva was shot twice in the leg, but says he can't stop thinking of those that didn't survive.
Half of those people were in the bathroom with me.
And for the first time, the voice of the murderer.
Morning.
Morning, do you have a badge?
Omar Mateen, working as a security guard, featured in this documentary called The Big Fix at the site of the 2010 BP oil spill.
No one gives a here. Like, everybody just gets out to get paid.
It's all about the money, right?
All about the money.
Disgruntled, and years later in 2013, his anger costing him his job at a Florida courthouse.
There was a comment made about his allegiance to the Fort Hood shooter, and those comments brought immediate alarm to my staff and their supervisors at the courthouse.
The incident triggering one of 2 FBI investigations, both concluding he was not a threat. His ex-wife now says at the time he may have been struggling with his sexual identity.
And he was ill and he needed help and he could not be his true self.
Today, the FBI turning its focus on Noor Salman, Omar Mateen's second wife, trying to determine what she knew about her husband's murderous plot. She hasn't been seen in public since stopping by her apartment Monday night.
As exhaustive a review of evidence as you will find in the United States. We're leaving no stone unturned, but we simply cannot speculate on the timing of charges or whether there will be charges.
Sources tell ABC News that when the FBI obtained surveillance footage of Salman with her husband as he bought ammunition, when they confronted her with the video, she soon began cooperating, reportedly telling them she tried to talk her husband out of harming anyone. The 30-year-old grew up in this home in Northern California. Friends and family say she met her husband online. Mateen's father telling us last night he only has positive things to say about his daughter-in-law.
She's a good housewife, good daughter to have, daughter-in-law. And she takes care of her son, always attentive to the house.
How close were she and Omar?
They're close, the husband and wife, and having a common kid.
They share everything, they live together.
They had a good family life.
This family still reeling from Mateen's murderous rampage at Pulse Orlando. Today, Angel Kalan is safe in his mom's embrace.
I love you.
His room decorated with balloons, flowers, and a picture of the friends he lost.
I love you, Mom.
Te amo.
I love you.
Te amo con todo mi corazón.
In his hospital bed, Angel echoed the stories of other survivors, telling my colleague Gio Benitez about the ruthlessness with which Mateen went about his killing spree.
He just kept on shooting. He would not stop. The gunshots just got closer and closer until he shot the girl next to me. And then he came up to me, and that's when he shot me 3 more times.
Shot in the leg, the hand, and his behind. He says he made it out alive by playing dead among the bodies.
I stayed in character. I was just thinking, I'm like, I can't die. I can't go like this. I can't. There's no way I'm gonna let this man take my life right now like this.
And when the gunman moved to another room, a lone police officer, whose name he doesn't know, snuck into the club and quietly looked for survivors to rescue.
He was yelling, "Who's alive?" At this point, there's actually a few people that were still screaming, and I look at him in the eyes. I'm like, "Help me!" He runs to me, And he's like, the only way that I can get you out of here the quickest is if I just grab your hand and I run. And I'm like, you can't carry me, you can't. And he's like, no, let me just grab you, let me run, just hold it in. I'm like, all right, let's go. He grabs me, he turns me around, and he just starts running. So I was very lucky that that one cop was there.
On the campaign trail, presumptive nominees from both parties taking up the issue of gun rights and acts of terror.
We do need to stop terrorists from getting their hands on the tools to carry out attacks so easily, especially assault weapons, military-style assault weapons that have no place on our streets.
If some of those great people that were in that club that night had guns, you would have had a situation, folks, which would have been always horrible, but nothing like the carnage that we all as a people suffered this weekend.
How are you, darling?
Good.
And at the hospital in Orlando, Angel has begun to heal.
Do you like
Yes, I love it.
He's not able to walk quite yet, but says the outpouring of support has lifted him to be able to see beyond the horrors of last Saturday.
I can't walk. I am moving my legs though, so there's hope there. I'm for sure gonna be walking again. But it's also unreal the love that I've been shown these past 3 days. So just keep showing the love. Don't let people like this bring us down. Don't let them ruin our pride, our community's pride. Because if that happens, then he wins.
For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Janis in Fort Pierce, Florida.